Saying
Okay,
hold
let's make
on.
sure. Let's
Okay.
make sure we're recording. Okay, we are.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening to all of our awesome audience, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit your future. We thank you that you guys believe enough in us, guys and guyettes, to come out. Some of you come out, every single webinar. I don't know if Cristiano, since he's been following us, has ever missed one. And it's like 5 hours, 6 hours ahead of my time. Uh, Folks from the Gold Coast, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Okay, so now what we are going to do tonight? We're not presenting tonight, so I hope you got that email. I forgot to resend it out today. I sent it out like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and I meant to resend it, and I forgot about it. So I hope you understood that we're not presenting tonight. There's some things we need to cover as it relates to Divvee. Some good news as well as uh, some changes that we heard are going to be coming. So I need you to understand that and what that means for how we want to look at Divvee at this juncture. I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming launch of the trading platform, the automated trading platform that it looks like it's going to start pre-launch sometime next week. I want to talk about our Digi mentor, our Digi trading mentor. I had a conference call with him today for, I don't know, what was it, an hour and a half, something like that. But we're going to actually bring him on. Mark your calendars. 2 weeks from tonight, Queen. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going. Now, his site may not be ready yet. He's got a whole site for those of you who are going to want to learn how to trade. His site may not be ready, but I at least want to introduce him to our audience so you can start to understand why you're going to want to, for those of you that want to learn how to trade. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I saw something. I had placed some orders in my son's trading account, and I saw that we're at a price point to take profit. So I wanted to go on and do that on screen. I don't expect you to understand everything, but I just want you to see some profit taking. So bear with me. I'm going to go over. I'm going to place a couple of orders real quickly. And again, I don't expect you to thoroughly understand what I'm doing just yet. Um, but this is kind of to prep you for when we introduce you to our Digi trading mentor. Give me just a moment. I want to see, did I place an order for that one already? Yep. Okay, got an order for that one. Okay, so we placed an order to buy a particular coin. We're trading against trading against Bitcoin. So with the Bitcoin space, we've got a 5-step game plan designed to get our audience to Digi millionaire status. Okay, and one of those steps is going to be participating in the upcoming auto trade system. The reason we are promoting that with the vigor that we are is because they're saying that they are going to show proof of trading. Someone sent me something today about an auto trade system, and I said, where's the proof? Are they going to provide proof? Are they saying they're going to provide proof? If they're not going to show any proof of trading, not interested, because it's too easy for us to show proof of trading. I'm going to show you this right here live on the webinar tonight. All right, you're already seeing, you see right here, you see all these buy orders where we got filled, and then all these sell orders is when we sold something for a profit. Okay, look at all these sell orders. Look at all these sell orders. Okay, all right, so it's too easy to be able to show proof of trading, all right, without divulging anything sensitive. You don't see my son's name, you don't see his account number, you don't see his balance, yet you're going to be able to see proof of trading. I want to do this real quickly because I saw that the price is for at least one of these was at my sell price or higher. Give me a moment. Yep, it is. Okay, so earlier today, in my son's account, placed an order to buy what's called Bitcoin Dark, and we're trading that against a coin called Monero. For those of you who have ever done anything in the Forex, you know the euro trades against the US dollar and the US dollar trades against the Japanese yen. Well, that same type concept happens in the coin space. in the Digi or the Bitcoin space. Now, if you've not been on our webinars recently and you know nothing about Bitcoin, just stick with me. Don't want to confuse you. I just want to show you real profit taking on the screen. Okay, so what happened earlier, okay, you can see that we bought this at this price here. So let me put this on my whiteboard. I just want to show you how explosive this market can be, and then we're going to get to the advertising part. All right, so we bought it for this price here. Now, I know we got decimals, and that might throw some people off. Don't worry about that right now, okay? And then what we wanted to do is we want to take a 4% gross return. So what I do is I take this number 0.96535737, and I multiply it times 1.04, which represents a 4% return. And this tells me what I want to sell this for. So I want to sell it for this number you see right here. That would give me a 4% gross return, or give my son a 4% gross return. 1 minute, 1.003971 6648. Okay, so we bought here. We could sell here, and that would give us our 4% return that we're wanting. And you can see, so let's go in real quickly and see what the market's giving us. Now, I could place an order to sell, and once it gets there, I could do the webinar and it would go on and sell, but it's already past that price. So I want to just go on and take some profits here. So we wanted to sell it at, I think it's past, yeah, at 1.00397. It's at 1.0055 and some change. That's going to take some profits on the screen. This is why someone should be able to show proof of trading. All right, I'm getting ready to take profits on the screen. Give me a moment. You know what? I might not be able to take profits. That's not my selling price. Well, I'll place an order nonetheless. Okay. So in the market, you have something called a spread, and I just confused the heck out of you, and I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. That's the price I want to sell for, so I'm just going to place an order to sell at that price here. And just maybe, before the webinar, maybe we're able to sell out. We'll see. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. 0.20, 0.4579, 2.79. Okay. All right, so we'll come back and see. We sold. You see that? We sold. So on screen, we just took some profits, and we'll figure out quickly what our return was. There we go. We sold. Okay, so let's just figure out real quickly what our return was. We sold at this price here. Must have had a delayed quote there. Okay, so I'm going to take this number here, my selling price. I'm going to subtract out what we purchased it for was 0.96535,737. This was our profit, and we divide our profit by what we purchased it for. Divided by 96535,737. And 0.04, a little more than a 4% return. You just saw it on screen, and I'm going to do one last thing now that we've sold. I'm going to go and I'm going to place an order to buy again. And I don't like paying I don't like chasing the market, so I want to pay exactly what I paid for it last time, and see if it comes down. We may not hit it anytime soon, but boo, 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 boo. And so those of you who are going to want to learn how to trade, guess what? You're going to learn all this stuff. And I'm doing 0.985. Okay, so now I've placed my order to buy again. If it gets back down to where I want to buy it, it will happen whether I'm asleep, whether I'm doing a webinar, or what have you. So I just wanted to show you there's no reason why a trading system should not be able to show some type of trading proof. And they may not go through everything that I just went through or what have you. But I want to see a trading system, an automated trading system, show me some proof. Because you can show proof without divulging. I still haven't divulged any sensitive information. You still don't see an account number. You still don't even see my son's name here. You don't see the balance. Now, obviously, if I hit balance and I clicked on a couple things, I'd show balance. I don't want to show that on screen, obviously. But I want to show you just how explosive this niche is. And real quickly, you'll notice I bought what we just sold. I bought that earlier today, all right, at 16:09. This is GMT time. And so at 2400, it goes over to 00. So we were in that, about 8 hours. All right, so I bought about 8 hours ago, got out, 4% return. It may go back down and I may get it again. All right, this one here, I've got to place a sell order, but I won't do that on screen just because of time. And you can see that I'd already sold out of that same coin a little bit earlier. When did I buy that one? BTC XMR. BTC XMR. BTCD XMR. All right. In any event, don't have time for all that. All right, so you can see today's the 8th. You can see all this activity just from the 6th. A lot of buys and sells right here. A couple days ago, the market was down. That was the day to go shopping, and so we had a whole bunch of buys. And then yesterday, the market was up again, and we had a whole bunch of sells, and we got a few buys here, and we got some more sells. Kind of gets redundant, just 4% returns here, 4% returns here, 4% returns here. And so we're going to introduce you to our trading mentor here in 2 weeks from tonight. Go on and plan on that 2 weeks from tonight. Okay, now let's get back to advertising. All right, so if you go in your Divvee back office and you go in under rank and share, and you go in under offer wall. Now, I think the survey piece is still, let's see if the surveys are back up. No, surveys are not back up yet, but under offer wall, you click on where it says offers 1, and there we go. All right, so there is a new, there's a new advertiser back here, okay? And right now, I don't know if this will always, okay? It even shows you your, what's that? Give me a moment. I hadn't even seen this. This is talking about an offer that you can do, and it gives you 62.5 points. But I did something earlier today, and it actually showed me my points. Let's see here. Yeah, right here. So hopefully you can see this. I chose something. I went through, I did a survey, and on the initial survey, I don't know how long I've been in the survey. I got kicked out, and then I did another survey. I did one that said it was like 5 minutes, and that one went straight through, no problems. Totally different look and feel and what have you. And it even showed me the points that I earned. So there is some rank and share activity that we did not have before today. And again, if you go in under rank and share, offer wall, all right, then offers 1, that's going to bring up, you'll take an initial survey, you'll get some points for that initial survey. and then they'll start, serving up surveys for you. That's not bad for 5 minutes. That's not bad at all. Okay. All right. So be mindful of that. Now, with that being said, um, there were a couple of leadership webinars that I was on regarding Divvee this week. And I've got to tell you, I'm a little perplexed, especially with what I just showed you, because if I had not been on those webinars, if all I had seen was what I just showed you, meaning from the Divvee standpoint with the new offer wall, I would have thought, oh man, this, ranking share is really shaping up and fantastic. And especially given that they're going to have a big shindig in Utah. Some of you maybe have seen some of the videos regarding it, and they've shown off the office. And so, what that tells me is that they're definitely building for the long term. The fact that they've gone on and they've gotten much bigger office space and things of that nature. And obviously, we want them to be here for the long term. All right. However, we were on a webinar, two webinars this week. The first one was Monday night. I was texted to get on a conference call, and I got the text late. So by the time I got on the conference call, it was 11 p.m. U.S. East Coast time, and I got the tail end. And they was talking about trading, and I thought, oh, I heard that there was going to be a new product or a new service that was going to come, that was going to be available globally, and was going to take us to different heights. It's going to be just as big as rank and share. Well, I didn't know what that meant. Well, if rank and share works the way it's supposed to, that's huge. The only thing I can think bigger than that is the Bitcoin space. Okay, so I heard them talking about trading, and initially I thought they were talking about somehow they were going to add some type of Bitcoin related offer to what we were doing. And I was like, okay, cool, because we're already talking about Bitcoin to our audience, and we've got CRB that's promoting Divvee, and we'll be rolling in the auto trade platform into CRB. Okay, cool. Well, when I got I got in on the tail end, then there was some Q&A that was peculiar to me, didn't make sense to me, because they weren't talking about Bitcoin. They were talking about Forex trading. I'm like, Forex trading? What the heck does that got to do? I don't get it. And I love Forex trading, by the way, but I'm going to tell you, having traded Forex in some form or fashion off and on since 2003, it's got nothing on Bitcoin trading. I far prefer Bitcoin trading. It's a lot less stress than Bitcoin trading is a lot less stress than Forex trading, and I believe far more lucrative. My son's account, by the way, is up over 70% in, I don't think it's been a full month yet. Up 70%, okay? With no losing trades. Has not had a losing trade yet, okay? Now, the strategy is a little bit different than it would be in the Forex, but no losing trades yet, less than 4 weeks, less than a month, 70%. I am convinced that, and he doesn't need a lot to, he really doesn't have any bills. I'm convinced that, Queen, if I was trading $100,000, I know that's a big number for people to digest, but I feel like if I was trading $100,000, I could probably make $30,000 to $50,000 a month just trading Bitcoin markets, doing what you just saw me do, a little quick computation, placing orders to buy, placing orders to sell, turn off my computer and go spend time with my family, and come back and see if I bought something or sold something. Actually, you can even tie that to an app so that it would alert you when you've hit a price point or what have you. So you could be out and about. So basically, as much as I love doing these webinars, I could probably make $50,000 a month just trading. Once I'm trading a $100,000 account, got to get to that point where people are trading like that, which is why we want to introduce the automated trading platform. So they were talking about Forex trading. What the heck? I don't get that. I don't get that at all. So I listened back. Someone sent me the full recording so I could see what I missed. Okay. and then I was on another webinar on Tuesday. So let me share with you where it appears Divvee is going, why they're saying that they're going this direction, and what does that mean for us, okay? So what they said is rank and share is the foundation, all right? However, what they said is that they knew we've had challenges with rank and share. We've had stop and go, stop and go, stop and goes. Some of those challenges actually come from issues in the field, emulators, people setting up multiple accounts or fake accounts. This one still baffles me. People actually calling the advertiser. And I don't even know how they got the number. Maybe they saw the name and Googled it or what have you. People freaking calling the vendor, asking about commissions and all kind of stupid crap. And apparently it burned multiple relationships with those vendors. Now think about this. You represent a multinational, maybe a multi-billion-dollar company. You do business with this little company that nobody's ever heard of out of Utah called Divvee. Now, maybe we've heard about it in the home business space because we saw some stuff on Facebook, but you're talking about companies that's got nothing to do with network marketing. So never heard of Divvee. They do business with Divvee, and all of a sudden the phone starts ringing off the hook with these network marketers who just don't get it. Hey, where are my commissions? Are you serious? Will someone get me a pinky ring so I can pimp slap that person? Are you freaking serious? Oh, I'm so glad that's what came out of my mouth. Are you serious? My mama's going to get me.
Oh my God.
That ticks me off, Queen.
Well, I get that.
I don't do good with stupid. I just don't do good with stupid. And that's stupid.
It was very stupid. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, but you made me laugh out here.
Okay. So they're having to go and do a bunch of security and a whole bunch of stuff. I forget what the number was. I think I heard, was it 200 contracts, Queen, that Darren talked about on one video, that they've got all of these contracts with big businesses, but they do not want to risk burning those relationships. And
crazy.
So they're having to, I'm sorry?
With crazy people.
Yeah. So they're having to put a lot more safeguards and a lot more security and a lot more stuff. Okay. So here's what they said. They said, we have been looking for a product or service that we could bring to the field so people could start making money now while rank and share is evolving. And here's what they said. They said, we don't know exactly when that will be. It could be 4 months from now. It could be a year from now. Now, obviously, that's not what I want to hear, okay? So I'm confused, to be honest with you, because I see this new content in the back office, but I got to go by what I heard on 2 occasions, on Monday night and then on Tuesday night. I'm trying to get some clarity on certain things. And so so on Tuesday night, the focal point was on this new product they were going to bring into the system, and it's going to be a Forex, automated Forex trading system. I don't think our audience is going to be very excited about it, Queen, to be very honest with you. What they showed is a platform. It's been steady, but it's averaged over the last 4 years about 3.36, 3 point something percent per month is what is averaged. Now, if you take away what I now know about Bitcoin, that's not bad. And I looked at the trading stats and what have you, and it's been a nice steady performer.
But didn't I just hear you say 70%?
Well, Queen, I just took 4.1% on one trade. Now, obviously, I didn't have my whole portfolio on that one trade. All right. But
But you said
look at
it was up
look at all these
70% in
sales.
less than a month, right?
Yeah,
That's like
yeah. Look at all these sales. Look, I mean, look. Every set now some of these sometimes, if you see, okay, right here,
yeah.
okay, you see the same symbol twice. Well, what that was is, I'm gonna give you a stock market analogy. I got 100 shares of a stock. I want to sell 100 shares at a certain price. The market moves, pretty quickly, and I was able to get filled or executed. I was able to sell 52 shares because it hit my price point, but then it moved off my price point, and then it came back to my price point, and I sold the other 48. All right, so right here, this is really one transaction split up because they couldn't get it executed all in that one moment in time. All right, but outside of that, every one of these you see here is at least a 4% gross return. So 4% gross here, 4% gross here, 4%. That means about 3.5 to 3.75% net. All right, 4% gross here, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%. Same trade here. These three here, 4%, 4%. Are you getting my picture, Queen? So I don't think
you know what? First of all, you said 4%, for that transaction. I got that. But what I really got was in less than a month, the account is up 70%. I mean, not saying that everybody could do that because you have to learn. But the bottom line is 70%, 3%.
Yeah.
70%, 3%.
Yeah. So
I want 70%.
now,
or anywhere between the 3% and 70%. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. In the spirit of in the spirit of full disclosure, some of that is because some of these coins have appreciated. So, for instance, if you have Bitcoin and you bought Bitcoin when we first started talking about Bitcoin, 8 weeks ago, when it was $1,250 a coin, you've seen it go up. It went to $2,751 about 2 weeks ago. It came down to about $1,800. I said, hey, you might want to get you some, and now it's back up into 27 or 2,800s or what have you. So one of the things that we're doing with this trading methodology, all right, it goes with our 5-step blueprint to get you to Millionaire status. Number 5 on that is to start building a coin portfolio. Here's what we did is we went to coinmarketcap.com. Give me a moment. We went to coinmarketcap.com and we just looked at excuse me. All right, so here are some current pricing on Bitcoin, $2,813.52. And so what we did is we went here and let's pull up, give me a moment. Let me do another coinmarketcap.com. Okay, so here's what we did. Some of you have seen us do this when we do our Tuesday night webinars, and we've done a recording of this, where we basically go in and we say, okay, here is where the market is today. What if we had just parked, we use $1,000 as nice round numbers, $1,000 into Bitcoin, $1,000 into Ethereum, $1,000 into Ripple, and we can go in CoinMarketCap, and you go in under Tools and Historical Snapshots. And I'm not even going back 2 years. I'm just going back a year. And if we look at 2016 and we look at the closest correlation that we have, today is June the 8th. All right, so really our closest correlation is June the 5th. So if I click on June the 5th, this tells me what prices were a year ago. Okay, so we do some basic math. I'm not going to bore you with that right now, where we're able to say, okay, well, if I had bought it for $577 a coin a year ago, right now it's worth $2,800 a coin. How much profit per coin would I have earned, and then what would my rate of return have been? Actually, Bitcoin is, I think it's the worst performer of the top 10 here. Okay, I believe Bitcoin is the worst performer, and the worst performer is up almost 400% for the last year. Okay, And that's the worst performer. All right, so here, if all you had done was park money in Bitcoin, you'd be up 400%. So, Queen, I don't think our audience is going to get excited about a Forex system that's been averaging, 4% a month.
3.3% a month. Go ahead.
Yeah.
3.3%.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm not
So
excited.
I don't get that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and it appears that they keep saying ranking share's not going anywhere. We've got all these contracts, but it's going to take time for ranking share to evolve into what we had hoped that it was going to be. So they're going to be introducing the Forex platform. I just don't think too many of us are going to be excited about promoting that. And
let's talk about the travel. Let's talk about the travel.
You know what? I sent in something, so because I don't have the relationship with the. Give me a moment. Hold on. I don't have the relationship with Lance that Dan has, so I sent Dan a write-up to get to Lance to let him know what my thoughts and feelings were. We came to Divvee because of the advertising, okay? And obviously with rank and share and what have you. So here's what I am strongly recommending to our audience. That go in and do your 100 points so that you're qualified for any compensation that comes through. But Queen, this Bitcoin market is so explosive. Let me show you something real quickly. Okay, and I'm going somewhere with all of this. Let's go in under coinmarketcap.com and go in under trending and then gainers and losers. And what this is going to show you are the coins that have the highest percentage return over the last 24 hours. It's going to also show you the coins that have the greatest, downside over 24 hours. And then you can look at 7 days. Look at this. There's not a day that goes by when I check this that I don't at least see 1, 2, 3 coins or at least up 100% for the day. Doesn't mean that you want these, but it just goes to the explosive nature of these cryptocurrencies. So here's one, 327% for the day, 244 for the day, 191 for the day. Now, I don't know that many, but I know BitShares, okay? My son has BitShares. BitShares is up 68% today. Well, that's part of our coin portfolio, okay? So some of these I don't know of, but this one coin, Queen, that I do know of, we're up 68%. Yesterday, it was another coin called Lisk. I think Lisk was up at its height, maybe 80% for the day or something like that, something big. And let me see if there's anything that stands out real quickly. All right, so BitShares right now is up 57% right now. Lisk, let's see, Lisk was up, yesterday she was up 60%, and she's up another 34% now. I'm glad I have a little Lisk.
Yeah.
Got a little bit. Got a little. All right. Let's see.
Did you have a little Ripple too?
You know what? I got to get some more Ripple because I bought Ripple my first week of trading, and I did. We got. Let's see. We were in and out twice. And at that time, I wasn't holding on to anything. I was just buying and selling. And it went up 120% that week. So it has not come anywhere close to what I was looking to buy it for. However, I got some great counsel, if you will, when I talked to our Digi mentor. All right, for how he's building his portfolio long term and what have you. So I'm going to wind up going in and getting some Ripple. Ripple was up. Was it Ripple? No, Lumen. Lumen was up 489% in less than 2 weeks. That's one of the ones we show in the webinar that we do on Tuesday night. So here's what I'm suggesting to our audience, okay? We've got this market that is absolutely explosive. Now, I don't know. I saw the .com IPO market when I started trading back in, started learning in 98, started actually trading in 99. Got in on the tail end, but I really wasn't able to get into those IPOs. I just saw them hitting the market today at $20 a share, and by the end of the day, it was at $80 a share. That I saw quite a bit of. What I'm seeing in the coin space, look at this for the last 7 days. This coin, I don't know anything about this coin. Don't know if it's a coin that you'd want to have in a portfolio, but it's up 1,700%. This one's up 1,000% in 7 days. Park Bite up 7.99. I won't pronounce this one because my mom would get me. Did you see that, Queen? I won't pronounce that one.
Okay,
my mom would get me.
Which one? Oh.
This one right here. My mom would say, I thought this was a family show. Let me see if there's any on. Now, these are up so much. There's none of these that we have in a portfolio. But here's my point, Queen. We see something happening explosively here. I don't know how long this window of these types of returns we're going to see. You know, it's 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. So here's my suggestion.
Let's get started.
I'm not excited about promoting that Forex system, and I'm even less excited about the compensation on it. I think it's crappy. Now, I'm talking to our family here, Queen, okay?
Right.
That's why I said that, okay? Yes. So I heard the compensation, and I'm like, that's crappy. Well, why would I do that? Why would I want to promote that? All right? So, but I love the rank and share once they get it right, because I believe if they get it right, the way it's been promoted to us, then it becomes a way for people that maybe don't have a lot of resources to even do trading or what have you, to have more trading capital, okay? Howbeit, the auto trade system is only going to require, as a minimum, $100 in Bitcoin, 100 US dollars denominated in Bitcoin, okay? So that will be affordable for the masses. No monthly subscription, no monthly auto ship. So here's what I'm suggesting that we do. I'm suggesting that you do enough of your rank and share activity. Now they've got a new partner here, so hopefully you should be able to get 100 points in. That's your minimum. Anything above that you want to do, great. But that we really immerse ourselves into this Bitcoin space. We know this. If the automated Bitcoin service do what they say they're going to do, and we're going to hold them to this, which is provide proof of trading. All right? I've been told the type of payouts to expect. I don't want to say anything until they have the actual information. If the payouts are what they expect, it will be huge, okay? Huger than huge. And if you then show real proof that this is not just some Gladia coin deal, all right, where they say they're trading but they never show any proof, if you actually show proof, then we've got something we can run with. Plus, on the compensation side of the automated trading platform, that is a compensation model that we've seen before. If you were following us between 2011 and August of 2017, it was something that we called the Beloved. It's the same compensation model. Obviously, it's not the same deal, but the same compensation model. We saw that model produce millions of dollars collectively in commissions for our team. So what I'm suggesting that we do is we look, hey, do you have rank and share? Is that up and running? You know, up and running, we pay a little bit, we pay more attention to it. But right now, until they get that side really working to where it's not on today and off tomorrow, let's put our focal point on Bitcoin and Bitcoin offers particularly with the 5 steps that we've been talking about. Step 1, auto trade system. Step 2, building a team of auto traders. Step 3, we'll introduce him in 2 more weeks. Bitcoin education, and for those of you that want to trade yourself, not everybody's going to trade. I did find out today, Queen. He told me he was only taking 300. There's like 240 spots left, and I said, well, is there any way that we can go beyond 300? And he said the reason I'm limiting it to 300 is because he's got a messenger group, and I know he's in there most every day and answering questions and what have you. And he just felt like that the most that he could work with without going completely crazy was 300. And there's like 240 spots now. It's going to be $100 in Bitcoin a month to be a part of that. So you can go on, for those of you who want to do that, you can go on and plan for that. That's only going to be available to those that are in CRB. So if you're not in CRB, I'll introduce them to everyone. But since he's only taken a limited amount, then we're only going to share that with those who are in CRB. So
those who are committed.
Yep, that's it. If you're not committed to $30 a month with CRB with the value that we've brought, then that's not fair. That's not fair to us with all the time that we spend. And I spent an hour and a half with him today so that we could get everything arranged for you. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff I do off screen that you don't see for our audience. Being up at 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, working on content to help our whole team. So now at some point, that's going to get maxed out, and Queen will have to see what happens thereafter. With people that down the road may want to learn how to trade, there might be something that we do to assist them that won't necessarily be in his grouping, so he doesn't have to worry about the customer service. We'll just have to see how all that works. I do want you to make a commitment, for those of you who would, to learn that skill set. Because here's my thinking on this, Queen.
Yes.
This right here.
Yes.
Nobody can take this away from me.
That's exactly right.
Nobody can take it away.
That's real. If you learn it, nobody can take it away from you.
Nobody can take it away. Nobody can take it away. Nobody can take it away. So you could be in Gladiator Coin, and Gladiator Coin stops paying, and then you have your own account. Guess what? Nobody can take that away.
Right.
All right. So that's what I'm suggesting. So here's what we plan to do as it relates to CRB at this point, and as it relates to our webinars at this point. Okay. Tuesday night is our 5-step Bitcoin Millionaire Night. Okay. We go over our 5 steps. The goal is to get people enrolling with you in the auto trade platform, because if they do what they say they are going to do, our family, our teammates, our following will ultimately generate millions of dollars in commissions, because we saw that happen in a 17-month time frame. Millions of dollars were created with our team. Millions. Okay? People that had never been successful in marketing before. There was one lady that comes to mind. Queen, she had been a part of our following for up to that point 10 years. Right at 9 years. Okay? I met her in an offline venture before we came online. And if there was a function, this is when we used to do functions offline. If there was a function anywhere within, a couple 100 miles of her, she was going to be there. And a lot of times her car wasn't working. She somehow she would get there. She'd be on the front row. She'd do everything we asked her to do. We didn't know what we know about marketing then. We didn't know about internet marketing then. It was all offline. and Queen, she never really made any money. She maybe made enough to cover an auto ship, but never really made any money. With that offer from 2011 to 2012, she only recruited one dude. The one dude she recruited never recruited anybody. A year into it, she was taking out as profits $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. She recruited one dude. One dude, okay? That's how explosive. And Queen, what I'm being told by the owner as, some expectations.
Yes.
Is far greater in this trading account than what we saw between 2011 and 2012. I don't want to say what that is yet because I don't know if there's been any change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. What is this? What am I seeing here? Bitcoin. Oh, that's the one I just sold. Okay. I saw something and I was like, wait a minute. Give me a moment. I want to refresh, see if anything happened. All right. So here's what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting, Queen, look at this. We just sold something else. This wasn't here before.
Okay.
That's Stratus Trading.
Okay.
This one here, we just sold BTCD. All right. This one we just sold while we've been on the webinar. I'd already placed my order. I'd already bought it. I'd already placed my order to sell it, and so it sold while we were here. So this is another. Do this real quickly. We bought it for 0.00346900. We sold it for 0.00360,800. Let's find out what our profit is. That divided by our initial investment. There you see again, Queen, another 4%.
Yeah.
Another 4% return.
Yeah.
So since I just sold it, let me go on real quick while we're on screen. What happened? Where'd you go? That's where I am. I'm going to go on real quickly and then we'll get back. I want to place an order to buy it. Why did I just do that? I didn't have to do that. Anyway. You can see here, Queen, I bought it at this price once. I bought it at this price twice. I sold it at this price both times. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
There you go.
That's Stratus. That's this one right here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've traded since 1999, so I picked this up really quickly. It'll take a little bit longer if you're learning to trade on your own. All right, so we'll place this, and we want. I already know how much Bitcoin I'm willing to commit to that particular one. Place my buy. That order's there. And whenever the market comes back to me, assuming that it does, we'll buy some more. And what I'm doing, Queen, now is you can see here that I still have some of that. So now when I buy and I then go to sell, I don't sell out of everything. I hold on to some of it because I'm steadily building my coin portfolio.
Right.
So that ultimately, I'm actually going to have more than 10, but ultimately, over time, I've got 1,000 in Bitcoin, and 1,000 in Ethereum, and 1,000 in Dash, and 1,000 in Ripple, and 1,000 in BitShares. And then we see in a year or 2 years what all that means.
Yeah.
Millionaire status. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So, what else did I want to cover? I want to make sure I got everything. So here's what my suggestion is we take Tuesday night, we stick with our webinar where we're introducing the 5 steps designed to get people into your auto trade business. As they come into your auto trade business, you're going to make money there. We are working behind the scenes in CRB with a brand new campaign that another 30-day campaign, but it's all going to be specific to this niche. The great thing about it is the content that we will have there you won't get anywhere else. Meaning when someone gets an email, all right, and they have a video message, okay? So a couple of video messages, Queen, is our going and taking profits on screen like you just saw me do. And then coming back and saying, look, I know not every one of you is going to want to learn how to trade. I just want to show you just how explosive this is. You just saw me take profits on screen. Wouldn't you like for someone to do that for you from an automated trading platform?
Yes.
And for some of you that want to learn how to trade. Now, once he fills up his spots, I've got a game plan. He's only going to take 300, and he was definitive on that, Queen. He was really definitive on that. All right. I've got a game plan for what happens after he fills those spots for our existing audience that don't get in time to get a spot, and then for our future audience as we build out. So I've got a game plan there. So I won't reveal that just yet, but I've got a game plan for you there. So that's what we're going to do on Tuesday nights. We are already working with developing new capture pages, developing the right messaging, and what have you. Thursday nights, okay? What I want to do on Thursday nights is I still want to focus on the Bitcoin niche. I want to focus on 2 things: marketing and the Bitcoin niche, and any updates that we have with Divvee. Now, if we see Divvee and the rank and share, Queen, starting to evolve and mature, and it's not getting, it's working today, but then next week it's not, okay? We see some maturity in that, then we will come back and revisit that. We're not going to take anything out of CRB as it relates to Divvee, okay? We are going to be adding the information about the auto trade platform and what have you. The other thing that we're going to do, Queen, is in the affiliate center, there's at least one Bitcoin offer that you and I and some of our audience have been a part of for 2.5 years. It has proven itself. We don't have to wonder if it's legit or not. It's in the Bitcoin mining space. It's not available to those in the U.S. Those of us, I was not in the U.S. When we became a part of that. But those of you in the U.S. that are part of that model, you were grandfathered in. All right. So it is a model. It's called Bit Club Network. Phenomenal model there. I can tell you I'm looking very strongly at another model that deals in the mining space that most of you have probably never even heard of. We're going to look to test that out first to make sure it does what it says that it's going to do, and assuming that's the case, that's something we'll probably bring to our audience. Queen, I talked to you about it today.
Yes, you did.
If that is what they say it is, and I'm going to test it first, okay? If that is what they say it is,
it's exciting.
That's going to be, that's just a no-brainer. Yeah. That's an absolute no-brainer. So instead of launching a new portal called DigiCoin Lab, which is what we were going to do, what we're simply going to do is we're going to stay with CRB, okay? We're going to focus on the Bitcoin niche, auto trade platform. We'll have in the Bit Club Network in the affiliate center. For those of you that have Bit Club Network, you'll be able to load that up. For those of you who are not in the U.S., that's a great model for you to pay attention to. We'll do some training on it and put that in CRB. So we're going to be able to fill out the affiliate center with credible, keyword, credible Bitcoin offers. I'm not putting any Bitcoin trading platform back there that does not prove that they're trading. Because I've shown you, Queen, and you still don't see my son's name. You still don't see his account number. You still don't see how much he has in his account. But I've shown you time and time again proof of trading. This new automated trading platform, we're going to hold them to the fire. All right. I've had enough conversations, Facebook conversations with the owner. We're going to hold them to the fire. We want to see proof of trading. Okay. Somebody else sent me something today, a trading platform. I said, hey, I'm all for having 20 trading platforms if you can show me 20 proof of trading platforms. Because we're all about diversifying as well. Okay. All right. So I wanted to just kind of share with you where Divvee, as a matter of fact, Queen, I think they're going to even rebrand. And so it may not be, they may not have the name Divvee. It may be something else. So when you start hearing something coming from the company about a Forex platform, I want you to know where I stand on that. I'm not putting my money in it when we can do, when we can, I'm not doing it. Okay. I'm not a fan of the compensation side of it at all. I really don't understand why they're doing that, but hey, maybe they know something I don't. I do like what I saw today with these surveys, and I do suggest that you at least get your 100 points in, and then again we'll pay attention to it as it starts to evolve. Then we'll pay even more and more attention. But this Bitcoin space is so explosive. Queen, I really believe, yes, especially if the auto trade platform performs and they show proof of trading, okay? I believe that anyone in our audience, even if you started with the minimum, I believe in 2 to 3 years, assuming that we may not see as explosive of returns, but assuming that the space is still doing well, I believe in 2 to 3 years, everyone could be a Bitcoin millionaire. I really believe that.
Okay.
And especially because everything that we were going to do with Divvee in terms of marketing and traffic or what have you, we're just looking to now do that towards the Bitcoin space. If you did the co-op, of course, we were looking to do the co-op for Divvee. If you got a problem with now taking that co-op money and doing that for the auto trade system, just let me know. Send a support ticket, okay? Because we got all the funds. All right, so I don't want anybody saying, well, that's not what you sold me on when we did the co-op. Well, you're absolutely right, because I didn't know. Okay, so the plan is, Queen, is to start the traffic on the co-op once the automated platform has launched. Now, let me explain the difference between pre-launch and launch. Pre-launch is set to start as early as next week. As a matter of fact, let's go over the last post that the owner made, okay? He says, we're in the final stages of PowerPoint editing and video scripting. It was ready a couple of days back, but we added a few more ideas of what we will be offering in the future, hence the extra time. He says they are doing stress testing, will begin in the next 48 hours, and he feels like we should be able to go live early next week. That's going to be with the pre-launch. What he's told me in our Facebook messaging is that launch should be about 30 days after pre-launch. What does launch mean, Mr. CEO? Launch means people can fund their accounts, traders will start trading, and people can start earning commissions, okay? Some of you have been troopers. Some of you have been following us since this time last year when we were talking about THW Global, and that wound up being crap as opposed to gold. Then we started talking Divvee. I think Divvee is going to ultimately be gold. I'm not a big fan of the Forex part of it. Don't plan to even talk about it, okay? I needed to have this discussion with you so when you do hear about it, you know where I stand on it, okay? And, of course, if you want to do it, you're big boys and big girls. You can. But I want you to know where I stand on it. I don't want you to think that you need to promote that because you're part of our team, because I'm not promoting the Forex piece for the reasons that I've for the reasons I've already talked to you about. Number 3, I hadn't talked to him about this. He says also big exciting info is that apart from being the world's first done-for-you trading platform, we will also be the world's first ICO launcher platform. Okay, what does that mean? That could be, if they can pull that off. I'm gonna show you this. Okay, an ICO is initial coin offering. It's like an IPO in the stock market. Okay, we are seeing, when I go to CoinMarketCap every day, I suggest that you do also. Every day I'm seeing at least one ICO that's being announced. You know, they do it. It's basically a crowdfunding type deal, all right, where they're raising funds, and in the raising of the funds, you're going to get what they refer to as tokens, but basically that system's cryptocurrency, and ultimately that cryptocurrency is going to be trading on one or more exchanges. So our trading mentor was in on an ICO on a company called, or a system called Factum. He got it for $1 a coin, and now it's at 28. He was in on another one called DigiDAO. He got in at $2. Now it's at 87. Okay? So not a day goes by that I don't come in here and see at least one banner, if not two. And let me show something real quickly. Let me pull up this. Pull up. Bear with me. Give us a moment. Okay, so here was an ICO. It was showing up. I'm not telling you to go and do these ICOs, all right? One of the traders in the automated platform, that's what he specializes in, is are ICOs. But here was a ICO with a platform called MobileGo. And basically, Queen, with this particular project, they have, they want to be in the mobile app space, the mobile gaming space, where people can make in-app purchases. You know how, like, you've got a game and you can make a $1.99 or $2.99 or what have you. Okay, well, if that game is on an Android network or Google Play Store or Apple, Apple's getting like 30%. Google's getting like 30% of whatever that in-app purchase was. Okay, now Queen.
Yes.
About 2 years ago, this family that I've known for years, all right, known for well over 20 years, their son was, he was back then 21, and they got a hold of me because he was making $20,000 or $30,000 a month out of nowhere, and I was like, well, what the heck did you do to make $20,000 to $30,000? He got into the app business. And he had a few apps, a few games designed. And with the in-app purchases and what have you, he was making $20,000 to $30,000 a month. Well, right now, you're doing that with your credit card or what have you. With MobileGo, their project is you'll be able to use cryptocurrency to make your in-app purchases. So instead of them going to the U.S. stock market and all the hassles it would take to get listed on an exchange, all right, and then you're fighting up against all the other stocks, they said, no, we're going to come to the coin market. They didn't go to any venture capitalists. Venture capitalists would be, like when they go on the Shark Tank, those are venture capitalists. And notice, nobody ever invests their money into someone's company for free, right?
Right.
There's always, they're taking a percentage, sometimes a high percentage of equity or ownership. Well, what MobileGo did and what some of these companies are doing, or platforms are saying, hey, let's go to the coin market. far less regulation. Right now, there's not a lot of regulation as it relates to Bitcoin. It may happen down the road, but it's not now. Okay, and they don't have to go through all the rigmarole of all the normal stuff in terms of regulatory stuff. They can come and they're doing a crowdfunding, and they did $53 million in about 30 days. So I don't know what Nick is exactly I don't know what the game plan is, but when I read this, also big exciting info is that apart from being the world's first done-for-you trading platform, we will also be the world's first ICO launcher platform, where where you will see us rolling exciting ICOs every month after strategic tie-ups with ICO owners from around the world. You know what, Queen? We did the math on this one.
Uh-huh.
On Mobile Go.
Yes.
They only had 8,000 depositors. Now, the average deposit was a decent amount to reach 53 million. But if Nick can establish some relationships and say, hey, we've got so many people in our following, in our network, there's 400 and some odd thousand in ads cash now, that could be huge, Queen.
Yes.
That could be huge. So so the auto trading platform want to help you build a network of auto traders so you start making some really big commissions. We believe that right there, that's going to provide a lot more trading capital for you. Some of you are going to want to learn how to trade, and we'll be introducing our trading mentor in the next couple weeks, next 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is when we've already got him locked down for. Number 4 is diversifying into other credible Bitcoin offers. By focusing, Queen, on the Bitcoin niche within CRB, that allows us to spend a little bit more time analyzing credible Bitcoin offers. Those ones that we feel are credible, we'll add them into the affiliate center, making it much easier for everyone that's a part of CRB to have another income stream.
Okay, so instead of saying Bitcoin offers, aren't you really talking about cryptocurrency offers?
When I say Bitcoin offers, I'm talking about the entire space.
Right.
So
okay,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because one thing that we're also seeing is they're saying that Bitcoin is the gold standard, but they're saying, hey, watch out for this
Ethereum.
Okay, most of these are coins or cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is a whole protocol, so you've got a lot of these coins are built upon the Bitcoin platform. Ethereum is its own platform as well. So a lot of these coins are built on the Ethereum platform. But here's what people are saying to me. All right, this is what our mentor, as I was talking to him today, and I said, hey, Digi mentor, this is what I've kind of been saying because I heard it from somewhere, that Bitcoin is like Windows operating system. Ethereum is like Apple's or iOS operating system, and those that tend to be on Apple and iOS, they tend to swear by it. Okay, and he said, "Well, let me give you what I've been hearing. If Bitcoin is the new money of the internet, Ethereum is the internet."
Woohoo!
Okay. All right. And then he goes on to talk about all the big players like Microsoft that are backing up Ethereum. Okay. And so we're seeing not just offers that relate to Bitcoin. We see offers that relate to Ethereum. And there's one specific one that we'll probably begin testing in a little bit. And then if it does what we think it's going to do, that's something that we'll also bring, and we'll keep it in the confines of CRB, But assuming that it does what we think it's going to do, we'll add that to the affiliate center so that you really can promote one thing to get people into the system. They get into the auto trade platform. They hear about the 5 steps. And one of those steps is to diversify into, plus you still have your showcase and all of that. All right. So, Queen, did I cover everything that you and I discussed today? Is there anything I missed?
I think we covered it.
Okay. So let me ask a couple questions, and then we'll get into some Q&A. All right. So you know that when we bring in 2 weeks, he may not be ready to start taking new folks in 2 weeks. Okay. But I want to go in and introduce him so that you folks know. We're just going to sit back. I'm going to ask some questions, and we're going to just be floored. This guy knows his stuff. This guy just, he loves it. He eats it. He breathes it. Queen, he's done so well. He lives in San Francisco now. He's moving to Vegas, and he's looking to get a spot in the Caribbean.
Yes.
He just came back from the Caribbean looking at some land or houses or.
Yes.
So that's why he was going to be with us on next week, but he's actually finishing some of his moving, and so I wanted him to be able to get his moving done so he can really give 100% focus to what we're going to be doing. So 2 weeks from 2 weeks from today, and I said that to say something else. Don't remember. Oh, how about this, Queen? For those that are a part of that system, okay? Remember, $100 a month in Bitcoin. All right, there will be a referral, 50% referral, or 40%, 50%, something like that. All right, so there is going to be a referral there. Obviously, it won't be huge because it's only going to be 300 folks. But maybe you referred a couple folks, and maybe that covers essentially your outlay. How about this one, Queen?
Okay.
You're going to be able to follow his personal portfolio.
I know.
So you are going to know exactly what he's buying, exactly what he's building in his own coin portfolio. Even if you say, hey, I want to get in and start to learn before I start trading, you'll be able to follow his trading portfolio, Queen. Now, one of his portfolios I saw go from, give me a moment. He said I could show this. I wish I had done this 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh,
okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, because you won't have the appreciation for the point of reference. Let's go back 3 weeks ago. I wish I had done screenshots. 3 weeks ago, before I show the screenshot, this particular portfolio I'm about to show you was worth $157,000 3 weeks ago. $157,000. How long ago? 3 weeks ago. You see that, Queen?
I see that.
3 weeks ago, I said, dude, because actually what happened was it went up by week before, not last week, but week before, it went from 157 to like 303.
Mm-hmm.
I said, dude, did you put more in? He said, no, that's a combination of trading and appreciation. Because he's got, he's got a portfolio of different coins, what have you. Some of those just appreciated, and some, he was doing his trading and what have you. Last week, it went from about 303 down to there was a day last week where the markets were down. It was a beautiful day. Why was it a beautiful day? Because it was a day to go shopping. You don't want to buy when everything's up, right? You want to buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
All right. So there was a day last week where a Bitcoin was down. A lot of these coins were down. Well, that's the day you go buy. So when you look at my when you look at the trading here, anytime you see a big stretch of buys, that normally is when, Queen, we bought, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the one we sold before, remember? And then we placed an order to buy.
Yes.
And we bought it.
Yeah.
So since we bought it, let's go and place an order to sell it.
Okay.
I've been selling it right here. That gives me my 4%. If it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
don't fix it. I got 12. I'm going to sell off half of that. Strat. That's my strat. There we go. All right, so once it gets up to this right here, we will sell it, and I'm going to sell off. I'm selling off. I got 12.1. I'm going to sell off 6.05, one half of that. So you can see here, Queen, I've got 22 to sell off. I'm only selling off 6.05 because I am trading, but at the same time, I'm steadily building my coin portfolio.
Okay.
All right, so we've placed that order. So Queen, it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now. Whenever it gets to this price that I already know is a 4%, because I've done it before, all right, I just copied and pasted, all right, then, we'll
sell it.
We'll go and we'll buy it again if we, once we hit the sale, all right. So, okay. So $100 in Bitcoin a month for his service. The only folks that are going to be able to use his service in our following are CRBers. Okay, that is a benefit for being in CRB. I want to get a sense of, now that you know what the price points are, how many of you, when we introduce him, whenever he tells us he's ready, how many of you plan to be a part of his service? $100 a month, 50% referral. If that's you, then put me in the questions box. I want to get a sense. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. They're still coming.
Yep.
Still coming. Wow.
Still coming.
Wow.
I think we have some interested folks.
Wow. Cool.
My place is reserved.
Okay, good. And I was, when I first said this about 3 weeks ago, I really didn't think that our audience was going to want to learn that necessarily. I was surprised 2 weeks ago of the number of people that said, yeah, I want to learn that. But I think some folks are starting to see, I want to have some control. This is,
but not only that, Doc, it's a little bit easier than trying to trade the stock market or the Forex market, because I'm not having to look at charts all day either. Or trying, I'm
not looking at charts.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's none of that. So this is easier.
Hey, okay. So Queen, let me just give you the simple concept. I'm going to go back. There's back between 2011 and 2012 with that particular offer where our team made millions of dollars collectively. There was a gentleman. He was a little strange. All right, I won't say his name. A little strange. Okay, and but it turned out, he said to me that he'd been trading in the stock market. Oh, well, cool. I've traded in the stock market. He says, I've been trading in the stock market for 20 years, and I've never had a losing trade. I'm saying, man, get the heck up out of here. Stop lying. You mean you've never had a losing trade? Okay. Then he taught me very easily his strategy. He never looks at charts, by the way. He taught me his strategy. Well, what's his strategy? Let me put it on the board real quickly. Here's the strategy. And I'm going to show you how this relates to the coin market, okay? Here's the strategy. He only buys stocks that he believes in and feels will be here no matter what the economy is doing. So he focuses on the big blue chip stocks. Walmart's not going anywhere. Disney's not going anywhere. Even the banking stocks, yeah, they got beaten up. Man, he loaded up when those banking stocks got beaten up back in 2008, 2009. Okay? And so what he does is he buys, let's say the Dow 30. The Dow 30 is 30 stocks, all right? These stocks are not going anywhere. Intel is not going anywhere. Microsoft is not going anywhere. GE is not going anywhere, okay? He only buys those stocks. So what he does, he doesn't look at charts. I'm not telling you not to look at charts, but he doesn't look at charts. He says, I want to own these stocks anyway. So when the market is down for that day, I'm going in looking for bargains, and I'm going to buy on the dips, and then I'm going to sell. He'll have his profit target. I forget what his profit target was. It might have been 3% or 4%, or I forget. Or it might have been his was a set dollar amount or 50 cents or what have you. He had built his portfolio up that if he just made 50 cents, he had a really good day. Because he'd been doing this for 20 years. So what would happen is he would buy the stocks on the dip. He would then place an order to sell at his profit target. And some of the stocks he really felt good about, he wouldn't sell out of all of it. He would just grow that portfolio over time. And, of course, over time and appreciate it and what have you. So if you think about what happened in 2008 when the stock market, got beaten up, and now it's at all-time highs and what have you. So that's why he never had a losing trade, because he never sold at a loss. And so let's say if he bought a stock at $10 and it went down to $8. Now he wanted it to maybe go to 11 to get his profit. It didn't go to 11. All right, it went down to $8. He would buy some more because he liked the stock anyway. Okay, and now he may trade it from $8 to $8.50. The $10 stock, the one he bought for $10, he's not selling those shares. But he might trade it from $8 to $8.50, from $8 to $8.50, $8 to $8.50, and we just trade in and out, trade in and out, trade in and out, and then ultimately it would get back, even if it was underwater for a while. It was a stock he didn't mind holding. It would get back to the $10 and then maybe to his own profit target. Okay, well, guess what, Queen? That's the same concept that our DigiMentor is using. It's that simple. So he's trading. Now you need to learn how to do this kind of stuff so you don't screw up and mess up and what have you. That's why you want to be a part of what he's doing and then follow his portfolio and what have you. Even learn how he decides if a good coin to have. He refers to it as the project. Why is that coin in existence? What solution does this particular coin bring to the marketplace, so on and so forth. All right, you'll learn all that stuff from him. That's not stuff I can really teach you. I'm learning that stuff. I can teach Queen. If he filled up, I could teach you what I just did.
Right.
That part I can teach all day long. I have fun with that.
Okay.
And that's kind of my backup plan for when the 300 are filled up. Okay. So in any event, so all I'm doing, Queen, is which one? I had one the other day. What was it? Steam. Where are you? That was her. I think it was Steam. Was this you? I had one. Yep. Yeah. So I had one, Queen. I was trading a coin called Steam against Ethereum. And you can see here that I bought at 0.00887801, okay? And I sold here, which would have given the 4% return. And I bought again here. And doggone it, Queen, Steam went down. You see?
Right. You bought it again.
All right. Yeah. Well,
and then you
Queen, if I
bought it
like
again.
Steam at 0.008, I love Steam at 0.006.
Right.
So I bought Steam at 0.006, and I bought some more. It went down further. I bought some at 0.005. So I said, okay, it's at 0.00532. This part of this transaction, let me sell it for my 4%. And that's what happened here. Okay. Then I bought again at this lower price point. I sold again here, but I'm selling the lower price point. I didn't sell this one right here. Okay. Because I want to sell this at 0.009. If I bought it higher, I want to sell it at the 0.009. So Steam goes down significantly. I'm just buying it, more of it, and now I'm trading it down there. I'm keeping some of it for a longer term coin appreciation, so on and so forth. And then let's see here. I bought some more because it stayed down in that 0.005 area, so I bought some more right here, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I sold some more right here, so that gets my 4%. And then Steam
shot up.
It was up 50 or 60% for the day.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Okay. So what I had bought down, let's see, I bought here, sold. All right. So what I bought on May the 21st, I did not sell right away.
Right.
Because it went down. Right. So Queen, all I did was bought the $10 stock goes down to 7. I buy it at 7 and trade it from 7 to 7.50 as a stock market analogy. Goes back down to 7. I buy some more at 7. Trade it up to 7.50. I still have the $10 portion. It goes back down to 7. I trade it to go to 7.50. So I keep picking up 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents. And then all of a sudden, the market goes crazy in one day, and I get filled on my original purchase. I wonder what Steam is going for now. I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Steam versus Ethereum. I might need to. I got to make sure I've got to order. So it's about at what a little bit less than what I sold it for. So guess what, Queen?
Yes, time to buy.
I'll be going in to place a buy at this price because maybe it's going back to this range where I originally bought it. Okay. And if I buy it here and it goes up to my profit target, I'm out with a little more Steam. And so all these times, Queen, that I bought down here at a cheaper price, that means I bought more Steam.
Right.
So, Queen, unless that coin just completely goes from whatever it's priced at to zero, there's no need for me to take a losing trade.
Right.
So, all right. That's what we're going to focus on.
Okay.
The Bitcoin niche. Okay. All right. I'm past my time. Let me shut up. And let's see what questions we have. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so the co-op will focus on promoting as cash or the auto trading system?
No, the co-op is going to focus on the auto trading system. The auto trading system is separate and distinct from AdsCash. Now, AdsCash owns the new auto trading system. Well, it will have its own name. It will have its own promotional everything. The reason we've been promoting AdsCash is because they are migrating the compensation. They're migrating the genealogy. Excuse me. They're migrating the genealogy from AdsCash into the new trading platform. And so we wanted to start pre-building even before the pre-launch. So if you got people into the system in your AdsCash business, they were going to be in the system in the trading business. So here's what we're going to do on the co-op. We're not going to turn on the traffic in earnest. Now, we'll have to do a little traffic just to test, but we're not going to turn on the traffic in earnest until the auto trade platform is in launch, not pre-launch. And the reason being is we don't want to have a situation, let's say like we've had with Divvee, where we thought we were ready to go, and we weren't really ready to go. So we don't want to burn advertising dollars for something that's not really ready. So we want to make sure it's launched. We want to make sure there's no major glitches. We want to make sure people are able to fund their accounts. We want to make sure that the trading is happening. We want to make sure there is some proof of trading. We want to make sure that people are earning commissions and they can see commissions. And if they want to withdraw commissions, they're able to withdraw commissions. And once we see all that, then we say, okay, let's turn the spigot on for the traffic. We don't want anyone who's a part of the co-op just to have those advertising dollars burning, meaning it's not giving you the biggest potential return on your advertising dollars. So, with that being said, if everything happens the way they're saying in terms of their time frame, probably won't be turning on major traffic until at the earliest mid-July-ish, maybe towards the latter part of July. Even then, it's likely that we might not turn it on really big just because of the time of the year that it is. All right, and so if that's the case, what will happen is there will be a certain budget monthly based on what has come in for the co-op. So if we tread it lightly early on, you're going to get the traffic that you should get for your outlay. So we're saying 3 months for one share. If it has to be 3.5 or maybe even 4 months to make sure that the full budget that we have for the co-op was used in a month, then we'll take a look at that, and we'll keep you informed for those of you that are part of the co-op. Okay. Next question.
Okay. How much? Can you explain how much per month? This again, the service will be. I guess that includes the CRB.
Well, CRB is $30 a month.
Right, but including.
His service is going to be $100, and it's going to be like a $40, maybe even a $50 affiliate. So some of you have people that are following you. 1 or 2 people, basically covers it. And what you're going to get with him is you're going to get a live. He does a live. He does a couple of weekly webinars. Then those are recorded, obviously. Okay, for those who can't make it. There'll be some video training. He and I talked about some of the things I wanted to make sure he had in there. Some Bitcoin basics. How do you set up Coinbase, and how do you set up a trading account? Show us some examples of trading and all those types of things. You're going to really learn a lot. I've learned so much in these weekly webinars. Like there is a particular coin that he shared with us, Queen, probably 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. It was the second webinar I was on with him. So maybe 4 weeks ago. Okay, and this particular coin, I'd heard of something called proof of stake, but I never knew what it meant. Well, he told us what it meant. By the way, Big Club Network Queen has a proof of stake.
Yeah.
I heard them say it, but I didn't know what it meant. Now I know what it means. where essentially, if you own some of that coin and you're running basically a mining operation from your computer, doesn't take a lot of computing power, you earn some of those coins. So he's got this. He's been doing proof of stake on. Some of you have heard of this. I think it's called ProCoin. It's a network marketing company that has their own coin, and it does trade on an exchange. Well, he's not promoting the network marketing part of it. He's doing the staking of the coin, and he showed us how to do it. And so he earns about, I want to say he's getting about 75 coins a day.
Wow!
Just from his computer. Well, when he first introduced it to us on the exchange, that coin was going for 8 cents or 9 cents. That coin is now going for 28 cents or 29 cents or something like that when he showed us the other day. So he's earning, I might be off on my numbers, but I think he's earning, what did I say? How many coins did I say?
It's 7.
I think he's getting 15 coins every time he gets whatever. I don't know how to explain that. I think he's getting about 45 coins a day. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
All right, and so and that's not costing him anything to get those coins. And then what he does is he takes those coins and he converts it into Bitcoin. And then he takes the Bitcoin and he goes and trades. So,
Okay.
so he will do things like he will show other ways that you can develop other cryptocurrencies that I never even known. You know, I knew about the trading, but I never even knew about all this other stuff. He'll show you how to store it. All right, so here we are, Queen. We want people to become Bitcoin millionaires. All right. Well, you don't want to store all. Don't you have all that in Coinbase? Don't you have all that
in blockchain?
No. Don't you have all that in blockchain or local Bitcoins or any of those types of things? You want that stored offline, and don't just do an online what they call cold storage.
Right.
No. You need to be in control of
your own
that. Exactly. So, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know how. I didn't get that because I can do it with this company. No, he said no. No, don't you do that because they're in control of your stuff. You want to be your own bank.
Basically, you're getting more than your money's worth whenever you do. Whenever we do it.
Queen, this is what I told him. He shared 2 nuggets with me today, and I said, man, I used to sell $2,000 to $5,000 workshops. What you just told me, that was worth $5,000 easily. I said, now look, I want you to keep the price point where it is for our folks. But the reality is what I have gotten from you in just 4 weeks or what have you is worth $499 a month. Really. Queen.
Yes.
You can't take this away from me. Nobody can take this away from me, Queen.
That's right. Okay. Let's move on.
Okay. All right.
All right. So if I do only the trading, the auto trading with the company that's coming to us through AsCash, can I successfully, in a couple of years, see myself as a Bitcoin millionaire even if I don't trade myself?
Well, that's going to depend on a couple things. That's going to depend on, how much obviously you have in terms of your resources that you're doing the auto trading with. That's going to depend on, are you willing, do you want to build the network side of things? And that's where we've got to come in to help you out on that with the messaging, the capture pages, and all that other stuff. All right, so we'll help you out with that. The traffic, we'll help you out with that. Now, let me tell you what I told Queen earlier today, okay? You don't have to trade yourself to build a coin portfolio. But right now, everything goes through Bitcoin. So for instance, if I wanted to have Steam in my portfolio, that's the one that you just saw, Queen, that it went down and then ultimately it went back up 50%, the other day, and we got out of it. If I wanted to have Steam, okay, I can't just go and just exchange US dollars or Euro dollars for Steam. I have to, right now, Bitcoin is the gateway. I've got to convert my cash into Bitcoin. All right, and then I have to know where I can go to take my Bitcoin and buy Steam. Now, right now, the way you do that is through an exchange. An exchange is what you see me doing right here. This is Poloniex is one of the exchanges I like. There's a few more. so on and so forth. So you at least need to set up an account. You can set up these accounts for free, by the way. It doesn't cost you anything to set up this account. Those who are going to be a part of the trading, you're going to learn this. And then those who may not be a part of the trading, this is something that we plan to bring in terms of some video training within CRB. If all a person did was the auto trade, we want you to start to ultimately build a coin portfolio. So you would have an account with an exchange. Think of an exchange like a brokerage account. If you were doing stock market, you were doing an Ameritrade account or an E-Trade account or what have you. All right. You have some Bitcoin. You come in here Bitcoin and you say, hey, I want some Strata, I want some Litecoin, or I want some Lisk to build out my coin portfolio. Then all you would do is come in here and you would buy some Lisk. So right here, I could buy Lisk. All right, so I've got a certain amount of Bitcoin that I've got here that I can buy some Lisk with, and I could just buy it, not trade it, and just hold on to it and hope that it appreciates. I think if you're going to get to millionaire status, trading becomes where you start to earn, that's your beginning. You may not trade yourself, but you at least want to ultimately build a coin portfolio. Why? Because if we had done nothing but close our eyes, Queen, had some money, and threw it at the top 10 coins this time last year, let's say we had the resources, $10,000, $1,000 into each of those coins, this time now would be worth $268,000. That's a big part of the $1 million game plan, is developing that coin portfolio. You don't have to trade it in and out, in and out, in and out, but you will need to have an exchange, and we'll ultimately show you how to do that. That's simple. That's easy.
Okay.
Next question.
When does the training for trading begin?
I don't know when he ran into a couple of little things with his developer. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get him with our programmer. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to go on and introduce him 2 weeks from now. It might be another week or 2 weeks after that before he's ready. There's certain things in terms of content that he and I discuss. I know that once you get into the system, you're going to want to, for those of you who have the resources, you're going to want to be able to start trading. So Queen, the discussion, Queen, you and I had earlier today, I let him know some of the things I wanted to make sure he had in there, so people know how to set up an account. How do you make a trade on Poloniex, which is different than how you make a trade on Bittrex, which is different than how you make a trade on another exchange. So I need him to have that video training in there, so that when people come in so they can trade, they know how to set up an account, what it needs to be funded with, which, by the way, Queen, I still have to ask that question. I don't know that there's any, you can set these up for free, and you don't have to have a lot of money to fund these things. I got to find out if there is a minimum to trade, but I think as long as you can have enough to place one trade, I think that's all you got to fund it with, Queen.
Okay.
I think so.
So in the the automatic trading, the auto trade that we're going to be doing through AdCash, and if I only have $100 to start, will I be able to make anything?
Yes, and I know what he's told me, but I don't want to say it until I see the promotional material. I will tell you that it will be more than what you've seen with systems that don't show any trading.
Okay. All right.
It's significant. Okay. It is significant.
I like that. So will we be able to sign up for the auto trading platform when they launch, or can we be, or we will we be able to do it before they launch?
Well, there's going to be pre-launch should start next week. Okay, and so you'll excuse me, you'll go on and register. That'll allow you to get in your back office and stuff. I don't know what's going to be back there right away. I would imagine there might be some promotional things, so on and so forth. The big thing is for those people who know nothing about AdsCash and they hear about this platform, you're going to be able to go on and get them registered to start pre-building your team of auto traders. Then what he's telling me is about 30 days after the pre-launch, assuming everything goes according to plan. Things rarely go according to plan, so it might be a little bit longer, is when the launch starts. And that's when we will be able to fund our account. So between pre-launch and between launch, we will make sure that you know how to fund an account. How do I take US dollars? How do I take Canadian dollars? How do I take Australian dollars? And get me some Bitcoin, because everything is going to be Bitcoin going in. My understanding is everything is going to be Bitcoin coming out. So you will not be wiring funds. You're not going to be dealing with cash. You're going to be dealing with cryptocurrency or Bitcoins.
Basically, that's the least expensive way to move money.
Yeah, and you don't have to ask somebody's permission.
Exactly.
You don't have to. You don't have to get in some big old. Okay, I've got $10,000. You're in the U.S. and I tell you this: if you're in the U.S. and you want to wire $10,000 outside of the U.S. to something outside of the U.S.,
you have to fight your bank.
Yeah. You do that all day long with Bitcoin, and you didn't have to ask anybody. And it costs you like almost nothing, like 80 cents or 20 cents or something like that, something crazy. Okay, next question.
When it comes to AdsCash, I'm really confused on how to get the AdsCash coins. Can you re-explain it? Because I'm for dummies. Because I'm, hey, I just don't understand.
Let me see if I can do something.
That was LOL. Laugh out loud.
Okay, so let me see if I can do something on screen without divulging sensitive info. I don't know that I can. Hold on. That might be something that I have to do a video on so I can blur out certain things.
That would probably be the easiest way to do it. It's two different ways in the back office to actually get the coin.
Give me a moment. Okay, I think I can show this. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Okay, all right. I can do this.
So when does the training for the trading begin? We know that he's going to come. He's going to come and talk to us in 2 weeks from tonight. But so, do we have any idea when we're going to actually start training?
When his website is up.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have a firm on that. That he's getting 2 weeks before we even introduce him, so it might be another week or 2 weeks. I don't know. So I would look for that sometime in July. Probably sometime in July is when that's going to happen. All right, so go into AdsCash back office. Go on to here where it says purchase AdsCash. By the way, you don't have to purchase AdsCash, so I do want to make sure that everyone is aware of that now. We weren't sure when we first started saying, hey, go on and get an AdsCash, if you needed to purchase AdsCash or not. After we told people to purchase AdsCash, we found out from the owner that you didn't have to, okay? Be mindful if you're purchasing AdsCash now, you can't sell it, okay? Because it's not on an exchange. They're talking about going on exchange in 2018. Don't know if that's going to be accelerated with the trading platform or not. I do expect some type of integration in time between AdsCash and the trading platform, but I don't know what that's going to look like or what have you. He did say they will be integrating AdsCash into the trading platform a little down the road. My question to him was, okay, does a person need to purchase ads cash in order to participate with the trading, or in order to be able to override people from the trading aspect? His answer definitively was no. So just be mindful of that, okay? I really would prefer you to set money aside for the trading account, or for the personal trading, or both. All right. So in any event, if you wanted to purchase ads cash, you come to where it says purchase ads cash. It's going for 49 cents a coin right now. You buy them in bundles of 1,000, and you simply click where it says purchase ads cash. Right now, if you don't have enough money in your what they call USD wallet, what happens is if people purchase ads cash, you get commissions on that, and that sits in your USD wallet. If you don't have that, you don't have anybody who's purchased ads cash or what have you, you're going to click where it says Bitcoin and click where it says Pay Now. Now, if you do not have a Bitcoin wallet yet, you don't have any Bitcoin, then you're not going to be able to do this yet. You'll need to set up a Bitcoin wallet first. So, Queen, what we're going to be doing over the next a few weeks is probably on Thursday nights, kind of going, like next Thursday night, we'll probably start going through stuff like that. So that people know how. I got to make sure that our audience knows how to set up a Bitcoin wallet and can fund it and what have you. So what would happen is, if you have a Bitcoin wallet, Queen, they tell you how much Bitcoin you need. So you would simply highlight this. You'd go over to your Bitcoin wallet and say, I want to send this amount of Bitcoin. And they're going to say, where do you want to send it to? And you send it to this right here. This is populated specifically for you for this transaction. Okay. So it's really not that different than sending someone a PayPal. Queen, hey, give me your PayPal address. Okay, you give me your PayPal address. I've got money sitting in PayPal. I send you money via PayPal. It's really about that simple. It just looks this long line of stuff. It looks intimidating, but it really is very simple. And then once you do that, you click where it says I've paid. Now, it normally takes, it may be an hour or 2 hours typically when I've done it before it shows in your back office. Now, when it shows in your back office, it's going to show up. You're going to go, hold on. Let me go and cancel that. It's going to show up under where it says wallet. And that's going to show, they're going to convert the Bitcoin into your USD wallet, okay? US dollar wallet. Then what you will do is you will, once you have at least, in this case, $49 there, you go to where it says purchase ads cash again. It's going to say buy, and you're going to say, I want to buy it from my USD wallet, and you'll click pay now. Okay? I haven't done a training on it because for the last 2 weeks, we haven't been telling folks to buy ads cash. We've just been telling them to get into the genealogy. By the way, congratulations again. I don't know if they still show up, but James Harris, Brian Fussy, Erica, can't pronounce Erica's last name. They were showing up on the leaders board for top personal recruits. And there might be some other folks that I don't know their names on our team, but they were showing up on the leaders board.
Last question.
Yes,
This is how much is the trading platform, the auto trading platform, going to be per month?
There is no monthly subscription.
It is the minimum of $100 to put into the auto trade, and no monthly subscription.
No monthly subscription. See that right there? That's going to go. and with real trading, okay, with real proof of trading, that's going to go absolutely crazy. No monthly subscription, minimum of $100. Let them show proof of trading. That's going to be crazy. And then think this through for my CRBers. Then we're going to have content that we're going to be able to show that shows how potent this is. So someone reached out to me and they said, somebody they were talking to, they just didn't believe that you could make this kind of money in Bitcoin. Well, that's because they hadn't gone through our content. Because if you've come to our webinar or you've looked at anything that we've provided for you to share with other folks, numbers never lie. We give you the website. We're going to tell people, hey, go to coinmarketcap.com. Matter of fact, go over here, click under trending gainers and losers, and look at what you see for the day. See, we didn't see this one before, Queen. This one now is up 430%. That Photon was number one. I don't remember seeing strong hands.
Well, with strong hands, it's 0.000002. So how many coins can I get from strong hands?
Shoot, that's one. Two.
Huh?
So my gosh. I don't know what I don't know where you go get strong hands. I don't know where it's trading. You know, I don't know where you go get it, but gosh.
I know, right?
So 0.01 is 1 penny. This would be a tenth of a penny, 100th of a penny.
Well, just do $100 times that and see how many you get.
Okay.
Or divide it by whatever.
How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2.
Yeah. Is it 5 million coins? You get 5 million coins for $100.
Yeah, that's what that says. Queen, if it goes to 0.00004,
I know.
you just double the money.
Huh? You have. Oh.
So Queen, when I heard about 3% a month on the Forex, I was like, I can't tell anybody that.
I know, right? and Doc did say that. He said, if I told people, they laugh at me.
There's no way. There's no way I could tell them that. Let's see if we had anything else happen while we were finishing up. We may not have. We'll see. All right, so Queen, did we buy this before? We bought this before, didn't we? I think we bought that before. Let's make sure I've got my order to sell.
Oh, you put in an order to buy, so it just bought.
No, we must have done it before because I have a pending order to sell here. So we sold it, and then I think we did on the screen our order to buy, and we actually bought during the webinar, but our order to sell is still in there.
Yeah.
So now what I want to have happen is I haven't had 2 days ago we had some quite a few of these that were down, and it was shopping time. Today was really not a day to shop. There was nothing that was, this is not down enough. I like to see them down. See, so think this through. So here's something I want to have anyway. And let's say it's down 10 or 15% for the day. And all I'm looking to get is a 4% return. So if it's already down 10 or 15% for the day, there's a good shot. Oh, so I'm going to be paying attention to Zcash because I want as much Zcash as I can get. I want to see Ethereum go down. Ethereum, my gosh. Ethereum was $14 a coin back in February. $14 a coin.
It's gonna continue. I think
so this is where Bitcoin was price wise. What, 2 years ago, Queen?
It was less. Bitcoin was actually less than that. Not, I mean,
Yeah,
3 years ago.
got
You're
down.
talking about 3 years ago.
Yeah, it got down beneath
It
$200.
did. It got below 200. Right after it was at 500, just above 500, it went down to under 200, and then look where it is today. That was just 3 years ago.
Yeah, now it's at 2,800 and some change. Ah, wow.
And that's
So, all right, Queen, I've got some work to do.
I do too.
All right.
So
I love each and every one of you. We have recorded this. Give us, I don't know that it'll be out tomorrow. It might not be until later in the weekend. But we'll get this up in the back office of CRB, and we'll get this out to our email list. If there are any of you that are a part of the existing co-op, and you say, hey, I don't want to be a part of the co-op because I thought it was going to be about Divvee and I'm not into the trading thing. I don't think you're going to say that, but I want to let you know that if that's where you are, just let me know, okay? Just let me know.
and for anyone who is looking to join, if they're not in CRB and they need to get in touch with you to get into CRB.
Excuse me. All right, if you're not in CRB, but you know who got you to our following, check with them. Make sure that, because we never want to take anybody's referral credit. If you need to come directly to me, I brought you to the dance, all that good stuff. Send in an email to clickrankandbank@gmail.com. Clickrankandbank@gmail.com and just say, I need a CRB link. If you haven't already registered with AdsCash, only if I should be your referrer, then send in an email that says AdsCash link. All right, but that's only if I should be your referrer. If I shouldn't be your referrer, if John, Mary, Susan should be your referrer, you join them in AdsCash so that they get the proper referral credit, okay? Last thing here. We've got a lot that we have to do preparing for the pre-launch and then the launch and what have you. So if communication is a little slower, all right, just be patient with us, because I didn't expect to have to put together another 30-day video series, okay? And planning out that content, cutting that content, rendering that content, that takes a lot of time. All right, so just bear with us. All right, just bear with us. All right, with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Queen.
You will.